influential financial figure George Soros has just described a scenario where he says Germany should lead or leave the Eurozone. That it's become a subject of debate across the Eurozone that Germany should show more leadership. George Soros is now saying if it doesn't, it should actually leave. Is that an option?
When he says lead, he means pay, to be honest. If investors and speculators argue that Germany should open the purse to redeem the debt which the debtors can't repay to their creditors, this is well understandable, but don't take this as an unbiased opinion.
Is there also a cultural question in Germany, looking at German public opinion, an uncomfortable sense of taking leadership because of Germany's World War II past? Jan Ross, a commentator for Germany's weekly Der Zeit newspaper, says for decades leadership by Germany was the last thing the world wanted, and Germans wouldn't have dreamt of doing. The word leader was taboo because, of course, it's Führer, which was how Adolf Hitler was referred to, and he says it caused the tongue to knot. Is it because of the history also that Germany is reluctant to lead, not just about economics, but culturally in Europe?
Again, Soros means everything but leadership. He means payment. But I would fully agree that Germany should not lead. Because of Germany's history, this is not the country that can have a leading role in Europe.
And also because of its Nazi past, Germany has shown itself to have been a very, very enthusiastic European. An aide to Germany's former Chancellor Gerhard Schröder, Wolfgang Nowak, says Germans have taken it on the chin for far too long, spent too much money on Europe. Why? Because we swooned over the idea of the United States of Europe, hoping people would forget that we're Germans. Do you think that Germans now, because of the fears of paying too much, might be tempted to turn their back on Europe?
At some stage that could happen, of course. The polls show that more and more people become nervous about all this development. So this is one of my concerns. I am very much concerned that the policy of making private debt contracts, public debt contracts, is dangerous for Europe. You know, the strength of the market economy is that between the difficulty between a debtor and a creditor is being resolved by the legal system. There's always a tension between these two groups, and it would be a mistake therefore, to make out of private credit contracts public credit contracts, so that one country becomes the creditor of another. And that's what we are doing with the ESM. And that's what I mean. So our children, Germans would become creditors. The Dutch people would become creditors. They would then, in the future, have to go to the debtor countries and reclaim the money. I can't imagine this as a very peaceful process.